And the reason is because Ah is the sound of the heart chakra. It's the sound, actually, of love. It occurred to me, if you remember about our talk about the hero Israel, Shema Israel, and the keys called it the living soul of love. Well, or the eternal soul of love. Why is that mantra the eternal soul of love? And the reason is Adonai. The whole subject, repeated over and over again, is Adonai. And Adonai, I got, is, on that day, is about the sound Ah. Okay, that's the key. The other part is also connected to love in a grounding, powerful way. But that Ah expresses the whole thing. Adonai, that Ah, that heart chakra, that center of all, the center of the galaxy, it's a fractal universe. The center of our cells, the center of our atoms, it's all fractally, it's fractal relations. It's all a nucleus, it's all a sun, the center. So that Ah is Adonai. And the center. And the key says, the creative mind at the center of the universe is known as Adonai. King, which means Lord in English maybe, King and Redeemer. But the first is Adonai, the creative mind at the center of the universe. So it's at the center, so it's a heart, but it's also the creative mind. They're one and the same. So that was for the letter Bet. They have a giant letter Bet, and for the chapter, and then that one sentence, and nothing else. Whereas all the other, the Aleph and the Bet have single sentences written with giant letters, and all the other letters in the Hebrew alphabet are real chapters. You know, you have the little letter, and then a great big chapter connected to the letter. But it's so interesting that the first two chapters, the Aleph and the Bet, are written huge, and they have one huge sentence written on the page, and that's all there is. That's the whole chapter. So that is the Bet. It's the creative mind at the center of the universe. It's also the Aleph. The Aleph. It's that Adonai. And so that's the key, I think, to this prayer, mantra. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Adonai Tzevaot. Holy, holy, holy is that Ah, is that heart at the center of all things. That's seems to be the key. That's the power. If you understand the key is in the Ah, then it is, then like the key says, it's the key to the transformation of man. For the tying together of all of the biorhythms of the body with the spiritual rhythms of the overself. That's in the Adonai, in the Ah, but the Donai is powerful too. Because that Donai, which I was also, after chanting, like I said, the Ah, I would chant the Donai. That Donai, Donai, Donai. It's descending the love of the Ah, the light, the creative force of the Ah, sending it down, the Donai. The symbol of the Dalet is also a pyramid. Like a pyramid bridges up and down. So Donai, and then after, if you were to hear, the Adonai is written two yods, 2 points, you see? After the Kadosh, there's the two small letters, the yods, the point, the sacred one, spark. But if you were to write Adonai, which you can do sometimes, in the full Hebrew letters, then you would have again a Vav, just like in Kadosh, coming after the Dalet, the D, again in Adonai you would have a Vav going down. So so it's the Dalet sending the energy down into that vertical line, the Vav, and then you would have the Nun, which is the N, and that Nun is all about taking it in, that's why the word is in, and you would finish it with the Yud, that point, that singularity, that is the source of all things, black hole, singularity, radiant singularity, and black hole at the same time. It's the word Adonai, like even the sound and the form, that form is a map of creation, Adonai. But the big key is the love, the Ah, and the Donai sending it down into every particle represented by the small letter, the Yud at the end of Adonai, if you were to write Adonai. So, that's the key. That's the key. One of my favorite teachers and channelers is Michelle Eloff, and from South Africa, and she channels Katumi. And at the end of his channelings, Katumi blesses everyone. And then he finishes by saying, Adonai, beloveds, Adonai. Okay, also in the Law of One book series, the raw material, the Law of One book series, all of the transmissions will finish with the word Adonai. Okay, so that's it. That's it. This whole phrase and mantra, the top part and the bottom part, written on my right, they are all in reference to that one word, Adonai. So Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sebaot. Now, that Kadosh, that to sanctify 3 times, very important. If you could feel the energy of that impressing, sanctifying energy, and then the Adonai with the love at the the Donai blasting it down with infinite force. The O is in the middle there. And then you have the Tsevaot. Okay? The Tsevaot, again, the Tzadi, which is charity, which is love in a way, charity, righteousness, the Tsevaot, and then that B, or that Bet, after the Tzadi. And that Bet is, as the Keys of Enoch says, and it's a big page devoted to Bet. That Bet, or Vet, is the creative mind at the center of the universe, known as Lord, King, and Redeemer. It's that Big Bang. So you have the righteousness and the charity, the loving kindness of the Tzadi being blasted out with the next letter after the Tzadi of the first line, Tsevaot, after Adonai, blasting it out into the Aleph Vav Tav, which means like symbol, or into the Aleph Vav Tav. The Aleph is the first point, with the first letter, which contains all things, and then the Vav, which is the bridge to the Tav, which is the last letter. So the Bet blasts it out to the Aleph Tav connection, the Vav connection, connecting the Aleph and the Tav at the end of the first sentence. The second sentence of this phrase comes after the dash. We put a dash here. Melo kol haaretz kvodo. Melo kol haaretz kvodo. 4 words. Means the whole earth is full of His glory. Very powerful. Again, the His is Adonai. It's only relating to that Adonai, to that center, Adonai center, at the center of all things. So, when you understand, I think, so Malo, can you feel the power of Malo? Can you feel the radiating power? Malo. The Mem is connected to mind, water, material, manifestation, manifold, many, that it really creates that Mem. So the word M is mother. So that Mem is all about creation, about water, about mercy, manifest. To manifest in the physical, there's always a lot of water inside everything, including stones. Our bodies are mostly water. So, Malo, you have the Lamed, which sends all that wisdom and energy of the heights and all the 12 dimensions. It's the 12th letter, Malo. And the O, the infinite power of the O, which is written as an Aleph here. So, after the dash, Malo. Kol. Kol means all. Probably the word all, it came from the word kol, though who knows. That first letter, the ka, which looks like a C, is the kaf, the ka, actually represents the sun in the Hebrew tradition. And the lamed is about all, at least all there is in this 12-dimensional universe, kol. It's interesting, it's the 11th and 12th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and put them together and you get all, the 11 and the 12. So, Malo kol ha'aretz. Okay, you can hear that. First you have the Ah, the Aleph. It's an Aleph because it's about love. And but the word here is aretz. So anyway, because the Aleph is completely about love, it's that Ah, like in Adonai. All things, really, it's a key, it's a code that all things come from love. Everything comes from the Aleph. It's that first etheric spark from which the whole universe manifests. So, so you see, the third word here is Aretz, which means earth or land. Aretz, okay, well, you've got that Ah of the love, and then you got the Resh, the R, which is all about radiation, and radiating with power. The sun god Ra, Raphael, the angel, who carries the balm of healing. Aretz, that is the Tzadi. It's that perfect balance sound. You have to put your tongue right in the middle to make it. Somehow, something between a T and an S. Aretz, that also radiates out forever. And that's the earth. The earth is, well, in Hebrew, the R and the Tzadi are rats, which means to run. Okay? So Aretz can be understood as the Ah, the spark of love that runs. Aretz. Okay, well, Kol Aretz, the holiness, the love of Adonai is coded into the word itself. Kol Malo Kol Aretz Kvodo. Okay, now, can't get much more powerful than Kvodo. Ka, the Kaf, it represents the sun. The Bet, according to the keys, or the Bet, according to the keys, is the creative mind at the center of the universe, known as Adonai, King and Redeemer. Kavodo.